Yeah, so it was my hat-trick here in Hyeres 3 years in a row, so that was pretty special. But just to overcome some of the hurdles that I've had this week, it was nice to kind of finish it off on the up and sail well and get the job done. I thought I was sailing really well all week, but some things didn't really go my way, and but it was good to sail well today and finish it off.
We went in today in 6th place and we managed to climb up to 4th. And we were getting pretty close to 3rd, but we'd done the damage I think earlier on in the regatta and there was a bit too much of a gap to jump up into the medals, but we're really happy that we progressed with the regatta.
For us, we're going to use Medemblik as a warm-up regatta before the World Cup in Weymouth. And also that's a bit of a lead-up regatta for the World Championships coming up in Denmark in July.
So it was our first European World Cup regatta for Goobs and I missed Miami, and Goobs got a silver there sailing with Joel. And so we got another silver medal here. You know, we had a bit of a tough week with some incidents on the windy day, and then just tight racing in the 40 boat fleet. We're sort of still getting our heads around racing in 40 boats as opposed to 25. But you know, all in all for us it was a good week, and we had a good lead over 3rd overall. So you know, for us that's a good thing, and now we're looking towards Weymouth as the next big regatta with 40 boats again. So we're going to have a look at how we're going to race in the big fleets as opposed to the smaller Olympic sized fleets of 20 boats.
It is a tricky situation. There is definitely a lot of pressure that goes with our team, not only just from ourselves, but both very competitive people, so we really want to win every race, so it is tough from that side. But yeah, particularly from our friends and followers, I'm sure when they see us not at the top of the podium, they're almost surprised. There's an expectation that goes with it, but that's what we want our competitors to expect as well. So yeah, this week they might say we sailed bad, but we came away with a 2nd, so we can't complain too much about that. And yeah, no, ultimately we want to be at the top. There's nowhere else we prefer to be. So yeah, if the pressure comes with it, it's something we'll accept and we'll go with it.
Good. You? Yeah, good. See you again. You too.
See you again. Good seeing you.
You too.
Alan's videoing me sawing bolts and talking to you on the phone.
Rod Coxey's just trying to give you a bad job straight away.
Yeah, just get us away from everyone else.
Straight on.
Put us over the back there and stay there.
Yeah. Little rundown on the boat.
Neil Cox.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, buongiorno, come va? Obviously a lot of stuff still happening on the boat, which is all going quite well, which is great. I mean, it's good to have these guys here, even just opening up the work list for these guys and getting stuff done. Trey's got them all back in the gym as well, hence the state of them all still in their training gear.
This was more of a chance for us to speak to corporate headquarters in Vestas, between everyone here. Just a update on where everything's at, but I think it's really more about the feeling of the team coming back together here and the support that we have, and that's going to basically, they're going to mesh together again in Lisbon, just as we were previously in the race. But it's kind of, it's quite a close connection, and it's a vital one, and it's an update. And we received a really nice letter of support and a cool model boat of Vestas. So it's pretty amazing to think that within about 3 weeks we'll have the full size one looking the same way. So it's good.
It's good to be back, especially with the whole team and all around. It's been a bit of a few difficult months being away from the team and all the guys, but it's good finally to be a team again and start working hard to get the last pieces sorted out. they come a long way already here, like Coxie and Tom. The whole boatyard's been pushing hard, so we're not far from it, but it's going to be a big month to get the boat on the starting line.
The reality is we're actually closing in on the pointy end of the schedule right now. I mean, obviously there's been a lot of lead-up work in the last 3 to 4 months bringing us to this point, and basically we're getting to that point where the boat is going to be offered back to the team, where we're allowed to introduce ourselves to the work list that we can do within the realms of the rule. Yeah, so obviously a percentage of our sailing teams come back. Tom Kiff's obviously been here servicing all the gear that was removed from the boat when it first arrived here in Bergamo. And so the plan now really is to, as Persico and the build team have the ability to start stepping away from certain areas of the boat, we can step in and start bringing the boat, you know, assembled to a point where we're back to having Vestas Wind again.
I think the Norwegian boat there, who's running second at the moment, had a very conservative start and comes through the pack. Obviously got some good speed in these conditions.
New Zealand, Australia and Sweden all have to tack out and head over to the right hand side.
Great job. Look at the effort that the crew's putting there. Oh, taking on the waves as well.
Denmark at the moment ahead of Italy 3, but that is not... I want to know just how hard these sailors are having to work. Take a look at the Brazilian boat and the Germany crew here. Watch how quickly the hands move. You can see the difference there, just how difficult it is. And in fact, Brazil tack and bear away. Very, very difficult as the power comes on and off the boat. A quick dunking for the helm. Oh, and they've hit the mark. So Brazil have hit the mark. They have to do 1 turn penalty. And this is a challenge.
They knew they had a good speed advantage over the fleet, and they proved their worth on that upwind to lead the Danish boat, the Danish 71, that's currently sitting in 4th place overall. And if they can't keep themselves in a strong position, maybe. And here are the girls here now. Actually, it seemed like they're quite composed and got back into the mode pretty quickly there.
Well, the boats work hard on the wire, and all the time they can't get this kite in the bag, the boat sails away from the gates, and it's almost a double point penalty. You're going to have to sail all that distance back up.
It's about to get worse, I think. Oh yes, look at that.
Hold on to it, hold on to it, don't capsize it, don't capsize it. If they can hold it on from here. Well, good crew work there, great crew work to keep that boat just from capsizing, a little bit of that power.
And that's how they do control the power within the boat. As the wind increases, they pull that centreboard up a little bit to help that depowering principle.
For the course.
So far, so good for those girls. What a lead they've got.
It's not fully out of the way, but it might be enough for them just to continue racing for the moment. And a big upset on the Brazil as I think that's the helm, falls off the back. She had her foot caught in the foot strap, it looked like. Very painful, potentially an injury there.
Oh, look, here we go. They're going to get rid of the spinnaker as well. There's no need to push it any more than they have already.
Denmark coming through the finish line for the last time.
Oh.
And it's looking a little bit close. They're just maybe going to get pipped on the line.
They have. Wow, look at that.
And they obviously just jibed a little bit late. They came into that a little bit hot, almost were forced to drop their spinnaker, and so they lost out to their fellow countrymen. The Danish boat there, the Dutch boat, sorry, they're looking very, very, very happy with themselves. So maybe they know something we don't. Maybe they're keeping a bit of an eye on the results, or maybe they're just satisfied that they managed to get round the course without any...
Right here, right now, we are pretty much leaving the doldrums. If you look behind me, you can probably see a pretty big rain cloud. And that essentially means we've sort of gone from the southeasterly to the more northeasterly winds. And we've just changed sails to more of our fastest angle sail. And basically, we're going to be spending the next 2 days sailing as fast as we can. So yeah, we've got a fast couple of days with some good boat speed and what most people say are the best conditions for these boats. And there's an absolute heap load of stuff that can still happen now in Newport. So obviously it's just about staying in touch with the fleet and giving ourselves the best opportunities to be in the right place to take something from the others.
Do we have a chance at the 24-hour record right now?
I think in the next couple of days is probably when it's most likely going to be set. So yeah, that's the next goal. It's going to sail faster than everyone for 2 days.
We're going to wear pants. We'll wear the jacket. And, but it's pretty warm, so we're just wearing shoes and just a hat, getting our hair wet, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, so today we're wide pitching with J1 and staysail. It's quite nice. Conditions around 18-20 knots. Yeah, it's really wet. I mean, on this boat, I think wetness is the price for speed. So every time you go fast, yeah, I'm sure you're gonna get wet. We're averaging most of the time. Yeah, we're always above 20 knots for speed, so yeah, you're wet.
Welcome to Qingdao, China, and the 2015 Extreme Sailing Series. Qingdao is one of the largest cities in the Shandong province. It's fast-growing, vibrant, and economically dynamic. It's all hustle and bustle. But it's one of China's most livable of cities. However, this city is best known to the world after the 2008 Olympics, because Qingdao is China's sailing city. But watch out, because the Qingdao track is notorious for high-octane, full-on action. Action with plenty of incidents.
There's a huge crash on board! Red Bull slam into the side of a Lingy!
8 top teams are on the starting grid. It's a 3-way tie on the top of the series leaderboard. 2 acts down and plenty of teams have points to prove and points to score. And reputations could be made or lost. It's Act 3 of the 2014 Extreme Sailing Series. Okay, well, we are going to roll into another race. It's going to be the 6th race of Qingdao, the 6th race of today, Peter. We've got 1 minute 30 to go until the start of the race. I'm just going to give you a quick recap of the standings as they are at the moment, just so you know the positions. We're just going to have a quick look at them in a minute. You can see the 2-minute flag flying there in the fog, which is getting thicker all of the time. Okay, so at the top of the leaderboard, it's SAP. We said they needed a win here in China. 2nd place, Phil Robertson on board Gazprom Team Russia, doing a great job. Red Bull Sailing Team in 3rd, The Wave in 4th, Team Turks in 5th, and we go all the way down to Team Extreme Qingdao in 7th place as the invitational team. That's a fantastic result for them so far, with Lino Sonego, Team Italia, at the bottom of the results board at the moment. 44 seconds to go. We've got a reaching start, Peter.
Yeah, reaching start, and now this puts a big emphasis on time on distance as you go into that last 30 seconds. When do you decide to pull the trigger? Because the first mark is only, what, 150 metres, and who's ever dominant at Mark 1, they are in a very strong position as the boats line up with just coming up to 20 seconds to go. And the strong teams, if you can be dominant, you really want to be down towards the pin end of the line. But if these windward end boats can roll over the top, they look strong. As we look at the wave coming in, looks like they've got a nice little roll on as they come up to the line, and we're off in race 6. Who's strong? And Team Turks looks good in the middle of the line, the wave to windward.
Well, Team Turks were over the start line early, Peter. I can tell you that's why they look good, because they were OCS on course side.
Well, that makes it tough. So then we look down further, and again, Gazprom bow forward as they head off towards the first mark.
Yeah, I can tell you the Wave, Muscat and Red Bull were also over the start line early, so 3 boats in total, Peter.
Well, that's that time on distance, and when you decide to go as the fog rolls in, and this is going to challenge you, Hannah. Looking at this one.
Okay, well, I'm actually looking out of our real window. Now, interestingly here, Peter, when we do reaching starts, what we have to do is if you're over the start line early, you have to be the last boat to round the first mark. So you can see, well, you can't see on the TV, but we can see here that the Wave Muscat and Red Bull are wiggling all over the place to try and slow themselves down in order to be the last boats around that first mark. So it's not like a standard OCS call.
Right, it's really a slow down start. We saw that utilised in the America's Cup, of course, but as the boats head off into the mist, and it looks to me as though SAP again are quite strong. The graphic is good for us here as we head down to the bottom mark gate.
So let's have a look and see how things stand after 9 races here in Qingdao. And it's SAP who just hold on to that lead, 8 points clear of the Wave Muscat, who have just overhauled Gazprom with 2 points. They're on 69. Red Bull trailing them by 10 points on 59. And right at the bottom, it's Lino Sonego, Team Italia on 35 points. Who knows what will happen tomorrow? We've missed one day of racing because of the fog. It definitely played with us today. Will it come back and return tomorrow, or will we get another curveball from the notorious racetrack here in Qingdao? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's by joining myself and Peter tomorrow as we bring you all the action from day 3 here in Qingdao, Act 3 of the 2015 Extreme Sailing Series. Thanks for joining us.